where Greta told me everything. How you fought with the Quilgrim and saved his life. For all the good it did, we saw what happened when he met with the skulls, how they beat him half to death. We could have stopped him. I reckon you could. Mifred's a warrior, as is your comrade. And you are strong, like your father. That much is plain. But I thank Regard you did not, because it would not have ended with them, where Greta and his sister would have been branded insurgent, if not the whole lot of us. Bones heal, scars fade, but the dead remain dead. We're alive, and that's more than can be said for only the gods know how many others. That's enough for you, is it? To put up with what? Okay, and we're back. Let us continue. Sorry about running off like that. Alamegans territorizing their own? I just can't accept it, you know? No matter what he thinks, they shouldn't have to put up with it, day after day after day. I'm not completely naive, you know? I didn't expect them to storm a castrum with their pickaxes and shovels, or whatever it was. But nor did I expect Greta to just lie there in the dirt while they kicked him. I can't claim to know their pain. I barely remember this place or even my father's face. But I remember Ida's. I remember how scared she was when we ran. And that look in her eyes when she talked about home. Her home. But not mine. Is it? There you are, Lise. I've been looking all over for you. Well, you have found me. Got something else to say? Aye, that I do. I said some things to you before I shouldn't have. 'Twasn't my place to do so, and I'm sorry. All that rubbish I sprouted about how I loved my village. But when one of ours was in need, I was cowering here with all the others. I didn't even think to go after Greta, but you did. Made me feel like the bloody hypocrite I am. If I truly cared for my people, I'd fight for them. So I will, if you will have me. You're asking to join the resistance? When you put it like that, I, uh, I suppose I am, but not just me. There are others I know who've been thinking about it for a while now. There's not many of us, and we're not hardened warriors like you lot. But if your heart bleeds for El Amigo, then that's good enough for me. You and yours are more than welcome at Rhaegar's Reach. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. I'll go and speak with the others and send word when we're ready. Still think this isn't your home? No. I I was just thinking out loud. And with that, my friends, our mission is concluded. Let us return to the Reach. Alright. Oh, a lot of running. All right. Hmm. Still doing fine. No need for repairs. First of all, allow me to commend you both on a job well done. Though nothing went according to plan, we nevertheless managed to attract some new recruits. And it was your passion and conviction that moved them to join. Thank you. No, thank you for giving me an opportunity to find out what our people have been through these past 20 years. It's been humbling. And troubling too. I'd heard about the skulls, but that was the first time I'd seen them in the flesh. I know you say they're the same as any other Imperial soldiers, and maybe that's how I'll have to think of them myself if our paths ever cross on the battlefield. But when, not if, that day will come, Lise. You can't afford to hesitate when it does. Young, old, conscript, citizen, Garlean, Alamegan, none of that matters. They're all got their reasons, but they're no better than yours, especially when they're bearing down on you, blade in hand. Saying that I don't want to kill them any more than you do. If I could convince them to lay down their arms, I would. Sadly, I've never been much of a talker myself, but who knows? Maybe you could be one, Lise. Your father certainly was. Right. Then I'd best begin preparing for these new recruits. Soul, Lise, it's been a pleasure. I think I'll do that. Owing to the efforts of you all, we have accomplished a great deal in a short time. The Resistance thanks you for your service, Scions. I see operations here have been proceeding apace in my absence. Welcome back, brother, dearest. I take it your efforts to gather new recruits were successful. Indeed. There were several amongst the scions rank that were quite eager to take part in our joint endeavor with the resistance, whom I am come to present. Commander Keep, if I may, my name is Arenfeld Lentinus, a half-breed, as you can doubtless tell. I am here to fight for a free Alamigo, for an Alamigo where women like my mother are never made to suffer. I pray you grant me this honor. You are a true-born son of Garlean, same as me. This is not my honor to grant, but yours to freely take. Welcome, brother. With our swelling ranks and the aid of the Eorzean Alliance and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, I believe we will soon be in a position to seize the initiative. Once our new recruits have received sufficient training, I will propose to General Allen that we draw up plans for an assault on Castellum Folonia. Then in the meantime, we will make what preparations we can. Meanwhile, in the royal palace of Alamigo, beyond majestic mountains across the Emerald Dale. On march the Ivory Standard, united we prevail. From distant shores of Otha to Lake of Elnor. That's a lot of stairs to climb.
Alliance forces have occupied Castrum Orient and taken up positions along the length of the wall. Our patrols have engaged their reconnaissance parties on site, but there have been no significant exchanges. Save one. A unit tasked with field testing prototype Magitech weapons was attacked. The weapons were destroyed, with the unit sustaining near total casualties.
Yeah, totally. Go on.
My lord,
There was but a single survivor from the unit in question, which falls under my command. According to his report, they were ambushed by a contingent of Eorzean Alliance regulars, affected by resistance insurgents.
Simple ambush and only one survivor. A fine day's work. The stubbornness to survive is not without worth. He may live. However, the 12th is no place for the weak.
He shall be relegated at once, my lord. As you say, the 12th is no place for cowards who count their lives more precious than the cause.
Indeed, indeed. We have no need of cowards.
My lord,
Cowards who defer critical missions to their subordinates, who hide within their castra, animating their brain, staring at secrets. Why? When confronted with a heretofore unknown icon, did we surrender the wall to the Alliance? Because my honored father, in his infinite wisdom, has not seen fit to grant us leave to march on their lands. Accordingly, we have extended an invitation to our neighbors. Gir Abania is where we shall host. The field upon which we shall enjoy the sport of kings. Patience is paramount. Cornered animals may have spirit, but they are ultimately predictable. But if one dangles the promise of freedom before them, while nipping at their heels to stoke them, then things become interesting. It is a delicate dance, which asks much of the heart. And so I put the question to you, my fellow huntsman. How shall we deal with these savages?
My lord, I have a proposal.
Silence, Alamegan. You do forget yourself. Only by the grace of Lord Van Baelsar were you afforded a place here, and that in name alone. We have no need of your proposal.
This savage yearns to hunt her own. The floor is yours, Commander.
Thank you, my lord.
Oh. Alright. Let's see who we're gonna kill this time. Right then. I've got duties to attend to. Mayhap we could assist you with said duties? We're here to help, after all. The three of you have been busy, so I will understand if you require time to rest. If not, however, it would seem sensible to assist our allies with their preparations. We'd be grateful for any and all help you can offer. If you ask around, I guarantee you won't want for work. Oh, let's see. You want to help? Do you? Seeing how I'm in no position to leave the stew pot unattended, could you go and ask Tibby for a variety of herbs? 6 prigs or so of whatever he's got on hand should suffice. It's not as haphazard as it may seem, depending on the recipe. It doesn't really matter what sort you add, as long as you add something. I'll be here when you get back. Alright. Which way am I going? Herbs? Is it? 6 prigs of whatever's on hand? Fred, I can't spare that much. You will take 2 and be glad of it. The remainder you will have to gather yourself. Shouldn't be too much of a bother, though. You'd be surprised what you can find growing underfoot even in the reach. All right. Oh, there's one. All right, 3 more to go. It's just across the river. Two more. One. Let's see. It said it's around here. Oh, it's on the above. Okay. Oh. One sec. All right. Ah, there you are. Got those herbs I asked for? Thanks. That'll do nicely. And, sorry to impose upon you, miss. Thought you were another new recruit. Didn't realize until after that you were, But to answer the question that probably on your mind, yes. It's always like this. Never enough food or supplies to go around. all the more reason to be grateful when our countrymen can spare some for the cause. Though that comes at a cost too. Too many villages, too many children's more deserving than us. But a man can't fight on an empty stomach, can he? So we partake as we must, and we never lose sight of that of the dream. Yes. While I'm down here, might as well. You look like a strider in search of comrades in need. If so, I have a task for you. I am a trainer, and I was told to expect new recruits this day. Yet nary a one has come. Perhaps they were given the wrong time or location. I do not know. They number 5 in all. These would be warriors. Send them on to me should you chance to find them. Alright, now I have to gather them. You learn to live off the land when you're in the resistance. You'd be surprised what herbs people carelessly tremble underfoot. Sure, I guess. I'm so sorry. Alright, let's continue. Oh. Oh. I know. I'm late, but I had to say a prayer for my sister first. After what the Imperials did to her, death was a mercy. Go. Yeah, I guess I can probably do that. Huh? Training? Gah! I was so busy practicing to impress the others that I completely forgot. Thank you. Alright. What? Oh. Oh, you crazy recruits. The teacher calls for me? I see. We were discussing strategies for disabling Magitech armor. You see? And... ah. Yes, of course. There is no time. If you would excuse me... And there happens to be another recruit here. Aha. Ah, 1,000 pardon. So preoccupied was I by the question of whether El Amigo should be a monarchy or republic that I neglected to attend my training. How silly. I know. Until we drive the Imperials from our lands, the question is moot. Yeah, I know, you're a silly guy. Hmm. Maybe that's him? I feel like that's another quest. That's not him. It's here somewhere. Hmm. Nope. Okay. Oh, it said on the map that he's here. It's not that guy. Could it be him? Nope. Ah. Oh, bugger. You were sent by the snake? Weren't you? I heard one in 4 recruits doesn't live through their training. That can't be true, right? Oh, bugger. Oh, bugger. Yeah, he's gonna die. We're all gonna die. All recruits are present and accounted for. My thanks to you, Strider. Not all appreciate the rigor with which I train my recruits. Some favor a gentler approach, as if the Imperials will be so kind. No, they'll just cut their head off. 'Tis a thankless job to teach, some say, but I say their survival is thanks enough. Fare you well. Alright. I I I beg your pardon? The woman who best disguises Van Belzar's wishes to offer me her assistance? I say, this is highly irregular. Though I have heard it said that you had a penchant for aiding the common man. In which case, before the occupation I was a humble historian, while my duties leave me scarce time for aught else. I think it important that these events be recorded for the benefits of future generations. Primary sources are indispensable and I had a mind to question a number of my fellow freedom fighters. Ask them their motivations for taking up his cause and so forth. You may take down their statements in this log, and so thank you for your service, now and ever after. Oh. Why am I running around? Alright. Why'd I join the resistance? Well, if you must know, it was to avenge a friend the Imperials butchered before my very eyes back in Alamigo. We owned a stall in the markets, and a passing soldier snatched up a piece of fruit. He spoke out before I could stop him, only to get a fume of steel in the guts of his troubles. I found my way here, and that was that. Great. I need to go around anyways. Oh. Aren't you the icon slayer? Damned if I know why you'd bother asking someone like me why I joined the resistance. But it's simple. If I wasn't fighting for Alamigo, I'd be fighting for the Empire. You either with them or not. And if you're with them, you may as well make the most of it. Food, training, citizenship. If you live long enough, you'll die stealing someone else's land. Like us not. But that's the choice. But me? I'd rather die here. Almost missed it, and here we are. Why? Why indeed? To save lives, perhaps. Or to make amends for the ones I couldn't. My father and my brothers were worked to death while building a castrum. What did it matter to the Garleans, eh? More where that lot came from. After that, I couldn't keep on doing nothing. Well, back to the cooking place. I'm starting to get dizzy walking round and round. I was just a cook before all this. Simple fare, really. Had a chance to lend a hand and help feed some refugees one day. I took a liking to the fighters. They believed, you know? And there's always a need for cooks, or at least people who can work with whatever the forging parties turn up. Well, Matt, so have you spoken with the freedom fighters as I asked? As fascinating as they are varied, you have a knack for convincing others to bare their hearts to you. I could not have done better myself. Many years from now, when these tempestuous times pass into memory, their accounts will serve as a window into this struggle. We must never forget, my friend. Never. All right. And where are we now? Oh. Damn it all. Where could it have got to? Oh, pardon me, fellow lover of freedom and justice. You haven't seen a ward of the destroyer anywhere, have you? Maybe on the ground as if a certain bloody fool had dropped it. Aye, I'd been him. I had it this morning, that much I know for certain. And I've not left the reach since. So it's got to be around here somewhere. If you've got a moment to spare, would you be willing to help me search? I spent some time near the Temple of the Fist earlier, so it might be there. As for me, I'll look around near the officer's pavilion. They're hardly rare, I know, and I could just as easily buy another. But even so, please, help me find it. Before we continue, maybe we should take a couple minutes break.